All right, so I am about to reveal the big project that I've had coming up. I've alluded to it on some of my social media channels, but it's in here. I'm gonna back it up to the shop, and we're gonna drop the gate. Go ahead and get it in the shop, get it ready to start working on. This is one that I have been very excited about for a long time. We're finally here, finally doing it. Let's get the trailer all hooked up, back it up, unload it. That's good. I'm gonna straighten up a hair. I'm slightly crooked. All right. Moment of truth. Coming right here. The new project car. The 1952 MG. I give you another sneak peek at it before we get it out, but let's get it out of here so you can see the full thing. There she is in her full glory. I am excited about this thing. All right, let me see if she'll roll at all. It took like 5 grown men to get her in the trailer, but getting out is a little easier. So, all right, neutral, no brakes. Wheel straight. It's a little stout. All right, I got it to move like 3 inches, but contrary to popular belief, 3 inches is not all it's cracked up to be. Might have to call some friends. That's not, I ain't got enough mass behind me. Yeah. Alrighty. Probably shouldn't do that. There's this trolley is on a beam. Actually, it's not a beam, it's a pole down there, but it's anchored into the concrete. So I was thinking if I strap something very close to the bottom of that pole, that the 4 bolts should have enough shear strength in it to pull, you know, a couple thousand pounds. But if it breaks loose, then I gotta regrout in some bolts because my I-beam's probably gonna fall on my head. So, do I really wanna do that? Yeah, probably not. All right, ready?
Let me get a front push for you.
All right. Right, let me, the wheel turn a little bit. So we're close on that side, but I think if the wheel stays turned, because I feel like it went this way some when we started. Ready? Is the wheel still turned? Yeah, okay. One more go. We'll probably at least get it a little bit and then nothing else. And try to drive the trailer out from under it.
Yeah, you could hook that up to it.
Yeah.
So like you can place and drag it out from under it.
Yeah, I probably could kind of just lift right up here. Ready? Come on, baby.
We can get it off.
So close.
I think he's getting the 4Runner and gun it. Did you see the 4Runner squatted like? Look like one of them gay boys with the Carolina squat. We had a dude at work who had a Tacoma and his rear suspension was just going out, so it was like slowly sagging.
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, you got something to tell us? He's like, what? I was like, your truck's getting a little low back there. He's like, oh no. Like the next day he had it fixed. All right. 1, 2, 3. Cleared it?
Yeah, a little more, so you can lift it.
I just pulled.
Pull forward a little bit.
Wow. It's my uncle's trailer. I don't want to.
Maybe we can do that much.
Ready? All right. All right. Man, appreciate the help. Well, here she is, the big surprise. This is actually my granddaddy's 1952 MG. When he was deployed in Germany, he had one of these cars, just like it, not the same VIN number, but just like it. And when he came back, the military paid to have it shipped back for him. And this is the car that he first met Grandmama in. Now that's kind of a funny story because typical men and women have drastically different stories about how it went down, but we'll save that for another time. So for the time being, my granddaddy passed away last year, and I was able to get this car because they know I like working on things. And I'm not very sentimental, but I thought this would be a pretty cool sentimental piece and kind of get it back going, and then it'd be something cool that we can raise his great-grandson, my son, with driving around telling stories about Granddaddy. Now, I'm not a small man, but I'm also not a super large man, but it's a tight squeeze in here. Let's ride. So we got the MG in the shop, and I really want to clean it. I know I should probably like fix it first, but I want to clean it, and you can't tell me what to do, so I'm going to clean it first. So in my shop, I don't have water or a way to like drain stuff, so I'm going to try the Meguiar's waterless wash. We're going to try it in like an inconspicuous area first in case it just destroys something. I don't think it'll be a big deal, but yeah, we'll try in some inconspicuous areas first and then work our way back. So I'm so excited to start working on this car. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and then we finally got it over to our house, and so now I'm finally able to start working on it. So let's jump on in.
I think that's where we're gonna leave it at today. Next episode, we're gonna be working on the brake lines. I gotta replace the brake master cylinder, and it needs all new tires. I'm ready to just try to go drive this thing out on the road right now, but I don't have any tires. I don't have any brakes. I can use the emergency brakes, like I could stop just to putt around the neighborhood, but we gotta get new tires before we can make it roll. So we'll see y'all in the next one.